Welcome to the Popular Astrologer, and take a quick look at Whitney Houston's passing, for the fact that, with all due respect, for the fact that it gives us good insight into the skies, how they work. For the actual time of passing, and we have 3:55 Sunday morning. Well, this is the time when people walk into the room and realize that she's in fact dead in the water. Scorpio is literally death and a water sign. Pisces also being water, so we could see the actual bath, etc. We can see the alcohol, we can see the 3 tranquilizers as such that she's on, or has been on for a long-term period. Moon in this case, literally rising at the top of the sky, would be Whitney, and Saturn would be death itself. Very interesting, Moon Saturn evening and Moon Jupiter where she is at birth, exactly the opposite planets really. This chart seems to indicate, for the evening of her passing, seems to indicate 1 to 3 years ago as such, this, you could say, relationships issues with a younger male even, we could suspect, even having some taxing on her financial situation. Yeah, and then having a look at a bit in the newspapers, we do see that there's this chap called Bobby Brown, and that fans even would say, some fans blame him as such for this deterioration in her life. And then if we do look for deterioration in her life, we look at her progress charts, we could clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, even there, this onset of a chemical dependency. Mars, again, this chap, Neptune being chemicals and drugs, etc. Scorpio being chemicals and drugs, etc. Water of the body. Yeah, so alcohol, sleeping tablets, any sort of drugs there will start around those years, and clearly with psychological or emotional abuse. Yeah, so I don't seem to think Bobby's all that innocent myself. Well, this guy doesn't seem to indicate that, does it? Yeah, so very interesting from the progress chart point of view. From the transits point of view, also quite interesting for the fact that we have Sun natal opposition to her birth Sun, and the 90 degrees before or after birthday and before birthday are traditionally your weak points of the year. So there you can see it again, it is the weak points of the year. As I say there, Moon to Saturn at death, Moon to Ulf, and they're also near opposition to each other, so yeah, kind of like a double down there. We do this a few years prior here with this chart, we do see it's clearly in the relationship sector, and we do see with Venus's entrance into Aries there, we do as such see how the fact that it's the second house area of the chart would indicate that, yeah, he's taken some sort of financial strain on her, and classically even to Virgo being, people's self-worth and kind of being taken for a ride because you don't know your value. Yeah, it's a very interesting chart, literally, for the fact that here we get at the top of the sky popping out is the observation of a dead Whitney. Yeah, Pluto rising. It's really, really classic, and even in the hallway, the corridor would be the VH1 audio crew, and Uranus literally being the telly, etc. Aries being the face of the individual, the pop star, Whitney Houston. Yeah. So quite tragic events there, and if anything, hopefully this does start to show a bit of a light for folks that these sorts of drugs that everyone thinks are totally harmless actually literally are not harmless. And yeah, psychological integrity and health is far more better for you in the long run than if taking these as a... Yeah. Thanks for joining the Popular Astrologer. All the best, take care.